Welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today I wanted to take a look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla and kind of just compare this game with Horizon Forbidden West, both on the PlayStation 5. Um, so, as you know, Assassin's Creed, it came out like right at the beginning of this generation. So I mean, this is essentially the first time we got to see, a lot more, vegetation, better draw distance, especially out there in the distance where you look around. It still does have that, that muddy texture or whatever. That's kind of what I think the Horizon Forbidden West uses so much fog for, so they could cover a lot of that up. But with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you get a beautiful looking image. So I have since set my PlayStation 5 to -1 on the 4K. That kind of gets rid of some of that like really deep black stuff, but this kind of looks a little bit more. This looks a lot better than what it used to. With it set to automatic, this does look a lot more vibrant now. I don't know what it is about Valhalla that just, I look at this world and I'm like, gosh, this is freaking beautiful. The more realistic type of vegetation, the way the trees look. I mean, like, look at this tree right here. Let's take a look at this. I mean, this tree right here, like, this tree looks freaking pretty dang good. These guys are everywhere. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I put my shield on the wrong arm. Alright, looks like we're fighting with the shield. Alright, bow and arrow for you, buddy. Bow and arrow for you. I hate it when I try to make these videos and then these stupid wolves come out. Alright, I don't, like I was saying, I don't know what it is about this world that just literally captivates me, pulls me in, like I just can't get enough of it. I love exploring this. You look at the world, and as you're running through it, like everybody will say that, oh yeah, the PlayStation 5 version looks better than the Xbox. That's just not true. That's not true. The Xbox is definitely holding a higher resolution. Um, the Xbox, I mean, like, look at this character model. Look at the beard on Eivor's face. Like, that looks pretty detailed, man. Like, this character model is pretty detailed. I would stick him up against um, I would stick him up against Aloy any day of the week. Like, I feel like character detail level is pretty high on both games. Like, seriously. I mean, just look at the naturalness of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then you kind of understand, like, this game here, it looks beautiful. I mean, yeah, you can obviously clearly see fog out there, but you could see through the fog and see the structures and everything behind that too. So I mean, it's not like you're getting this this. I mean, like, look at how beautiful this is. Like, you walking through here, like, this is beautiful. Like, this is literally beautiful. When you see an area like this and you start running through it and you look down at the ground, and I mean, my gosh, dude, just this game looks great. And it doesn't need all that super pin sharp. A game like this, like these open world games, they don't need to be like super sharp and super crisp. They just need to look soft and natural. And this has that, you know. You start walking over here, you see the grass kind of grow in. I mean, like obviously that. I mean, yeah, of course we don't want pop in like that, but man, when it's all full in, like look at this, like that looks good. That looks natural. That looks. Maybe it's just the green. Maybe it's the green. Maybe it's the green that I really like. Maybe it's the green that I like. That like really oh, you bad guys. They're always so mean. They come out of nowhere. Maybe it's just a medieval setting that I'm more captivated by than I am the Horizon Forbidden West. I mean, it just I love the way this game looks. I love being in this world. I love exploring this. I can't say the same for Horizon Forbidden West. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some Forbidden West now, and then we'll take a look at that. Now, if you look at Horizon Forbidden West, so I am playing this in the 60 FPS mode because it's only fair. I was playing Valhalla in the 60 FPS. Now, as you can see, like right out the gate, there's a lot more going on in this. A lot more. The atmosphere, there's a lot more atmosphere. You can see like the textures. Yeah, I mean I think they look about the same in the 60 FPS mode, to be completely honest with you. The vegetation in this area, this is one of the areas that I found that like is closest to giving me that feeling of being, you know, in Assassin's Creed. And I wanted to be as fair as possible with this game. I do. But you look at this tree, like what's going on with this tree? This tree over here. I mean, they don't. I mean, they do, but they don't look like trees. And that, to me, it's like, I mean, as you can see, they got the needles on the branches and stuff. So, I mean, it's not like they're leafy trees or anything. This is one of the greener parts of the game. There are more greener parts in this game too. I mean, there's like the coast or whatever. Out of every place in here, I mean, I do like. All right, look at the rock formation. Like the rock formation in this game is pretty great. It is pretty great. If you can get over the whole fuzzy, blurry stuff in the 60 FPS mode here. But see, like these right here, like these just, they look out of place. I know that they're here designed for your cover or whatever. But I'm a pretty big open world type of guy. Like I really get into these games. I really like the fact that, you know, I can go exploring. And with Horizon Forbidden West, not being able to just climb wherever I want, whenever I want, that kind of puts a a damper on my exploration for the most part. You get up to certain spots. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like the rock formation in this looks pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that, you know, Assassin's Creed games are going to start looking like this too. But I mean, look at this. I mean, there's clearly flaws in this too. I mean, but like when you, all right, let's look out here. Let's look. When you look out across the land, the fog is so much thicker in this game, just so much thicker. So that right there, it takes away more than say out there, the ground looking a little blurry. It takes more away to have that much fog in this game than it would to just leave it, to just leave the ground, you know, just leave it. I mean, like right here, you notice you're running through the bushes and stuff, you're not seeing them pop in or anything like that with like you would with Assassin's Creed. I mean, everything is pretty much rendered out as far as you can see. But then you get down here I mean, everything that's supposed to be rendered is already rendered. So I mean that is pretty cool. I just try to avoid battling here. Okay, look at the sand. This is probably my favorite part of Horizon Forbidden West. Like the way the sand feels and looks, it's so cool. But then you get up in the snow and it looks the same way. Um, Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is an ugly game because it's not. Like this game is beautiful. Like you get over here to these little freaking tornado things that clearly don't pick you up when you're running through them. Yeah, see, nothing. Can't do anything with it. Can't do anything with the freaking tornadoes. It's like weird. But I mean, this here is probably one of my favorite parts in this game. Whoa, hey, buddy. Whoa. I've never seen that dude jump out of there before. Get over here. I ain't fighting this guy right now. Big old snake just jumps out. I mean, like, this game is pretty. This game is cool, but, like, once you beat it, like, what do you do? What do you do after you've already beat this game, man? Do you come out here and fly around and. That's, I mean, I can't deny that this game looks pretty good, and they have done a little bit, to fix the blurriness a little bit. I mean, it's not as bad as it looked when it first launched. Let's see if we can go fly through this tornado with on this guy. Let's see what this happens. Nope, not a thing, man. Like you would think that those would be interactive like they are in Oh, look at that. I can get some height out of it. I guess I can get some height out of it. We'll just fly the tornado. Nope. Don't you freaking go out on me. So I guess you can get some height on that. That's pretty cool. And then you jump back on your pterodactyl. Now you don't have one of these in Assassin's Creed, obviously, but I mean, so the sand is one of my favorite parts. I really do like the rock formation in this game. Like that is pretty cool. But the sense of, being able to explore in this game for me is something that I really wanted to be able to do. And the 60 FPS mode, like, just look how freaking blurry things get. It really does take from the experience more than it gives to it, because when you switch this thing to 4K, like, everything looks crisp. Everything looks crisp and really nice. So you're instantly met with a choice. Do you run around with things looking the way they do in here, kind of fuzzy? I mean, there's a lot of atmosphere in this game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Assassin's Creed looks better than Horizon Forbidden West. Like, I'm really not saying that. What I'm saying is both of these games are, I mean, like, I love Assassin's Creed for the size, for the scope, for everything that game offers. But then, Horizon Forbidden West was an awesome freaking single playthrough story game. Like, this to me is a one and done. Like, obviously I'll be going through it, like this, making videos in the future and stuff. Hopefully they can figure out a way to fix this freaking fuzz, because it's fuzzy. It's fuzzy. The visual shimmer. It's not as bad as close to the character now as it was, but I mean, you look just anywhere away from the camera, and my gosh, the fuzz, the shimmer, it's still there to a pretty high degree. So that's basically all I can say about it. I mean, you'll find places in this game that look all right, and then there's things that just really, really look atrocious. I mean, like I was saying earlier, this is probably one of the closest areas I've gotten to where it looks, as good as, um, to where it's as nice looking to my eye as Assassin's Creed is like the whole time. And maybe it really is. Maybe it really is just the medieval aspect of Assassin's Creed that I'm more interested in than this. But like, look at all this fog, man. You can't see anything. It looks like you're running through a freaking a forest that's on fire. Like look at that. Like you just there's what I can't see anything over there but fog and like trees and mountains over the top. Like, is there something for me to go over there and explore? Like, is there something for me to go look at? There's nothing catching my eye that's like, yeah, let's go run through the fog. And that's a big problem for me. That's a problem for me. I like to explore, but if I look out and all I see is freaking fog, like really thick smoke fog, like why would I want to go over there? Like what's over there? What out there in that fog is inviting me to come see? I'm not seeing like castles. Oh, look at that. There's a big old bird over there. Okay, look at that. Something to go explore. You know, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like this game is filled with so much fog. It's just like, what should I go look at? Like I get it. I get it. I mean, like I'm grateful that I'm not running through like the bushes and there's a whole bunch of bushes popping in. But I mean, that's something that's kind of acceptable in an open world game for me right now. It's not to the point where I'm like, "Oh yeah, dude, this is like yeah, I don't see anything over there worth going to explore other than maybe like go up there and fight the bird way up there." You know what I mean? Like I saw a bird up there flying in the mountains. Maybe we'll go over there and see what's going on with the bird. But see, then when you start flying across, oh look, see there is something over here. There's water, but you wouldn't care because you couldn't see it. You couldn't see that over there was water. You couldn't see that the ground was. Or is that water? Is that water? It looks like water. Yeah, that's water. Okay. Sorry, this I played this game in the 4K mode because I couldn't do this. Like you can't see nothing. Everything's full of fog. There's just so much going on that I mean, I do love the atmosphere in this game. It does. See, look at this really cool looking waterfall. There's all of this stuff over here, but like you wouldn't know that because there's all the fog. You can't see through the fog, so you can't see that. Whoa, there's a really cool waterfall right here. That's it's just one of those things where like you can't see anything, so it doesn't look like, oh man, I want to go explore that. But then once you've seen all of this, so all right, now we're getting over here into like the snowy land. Like let's check a look at this because um all right, we need to go up here if we're going to see where that storm bird went. I think that storm bird was up here somewhere. Oh right, it was just an owl. I'm joking. There was a storm bird up here. I saw one. I saw one through my. Whoa, okay, let's just get up here to the top. And then you can hover. That's pretty cool. Dude, did I just see it over there? Yep, there it is. See, there's your storm bird right there. Dang, that thing is going to knock me off. But okay, now look at the snow though. The snow looks exactly like the sand. So that there's like a little weird. You got the sand and the snow. But I mean that looks pretty cool. I didn't show you snow on Assassin's Creed, so it's not kind of fair to do that, but if you want like a view of anything, like you got to kind of get up high. But look, you can't see anything. Like what? That's my biggest issue with this. One of my biggest issues with this game is I want to go explore, but I can't see anything to go explore. And you get up really high and you start looking around, and then it just gets, yeah, I don't know. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.